Join me as I dive deep into the world of positive reinforcement training and see if I can uncover the secrets behind its success. Positive reinforcement training has been gaining popularity among pet owners and trainers, and for good reason. This approach to training focuses on encouraging good behavior rather than punishing bad behavior, and it's amazing to see how it can transform the way animals learn and interact with their human companions. One of the biggest misconceptions about training is that you need to be tough and assertive to get results. Many people believe that using punishment or negative reinforcement is the most effective way to train an animal. But the truth is, this approach can often lead to fear, anxiety, and even aggression. Pet owners often struggle to train their animals effectively because they're using methods that are not only ineffective, but also damaging to the animal's well-being. Another challenge pet owners face is that they don't understand how animals learn. They may try to train their animals using techniques that work for humans, but animals don't think or learn in the same way we do. This can lead to frustration and disappointment, and can even damage the bond between the animal and their owner. Some pet owners also think that training is only for puppies or young animals, but the reality is that animals of all ages can learn and benefit from training. The key is to use the right approach and techniques. The principles of positive reinforcement are actually quite simple. The idea is to reward desired behavior with something the animal wants, such as a treat or praise. This encourages the animal to repeat the behavior, and over time, it becomes a habit. For example, if you want to train a dog to sit, you can hold a treat above its head and move it backwards towards its tail. As the dog follows the treat with its nose, its bottom will lower into a sitting position. The moment it sits, you give it the treat and praise it. The rewards used in positive reinforcement training can be just about anything the animal finds motivating. For some animals, it might be food, while for others, it might be playtime or attention. The key is to find out what motivates the animal and use that to drive the training. By using rewards, you can shape the animal's behavior and teach it to do all sorts of things, from simple tricks to complex tasks. Positive reinforcement training is not just about teaching animals to do tricks or obey commands. It's about building a relationship with them based on trust, respect, and communication. When you use positive reinforcement training, you're not just training the animal, you're also strengthening your bond with it. One of the most compelling things about positive reinforcement training is the way it can transform an animal's behavior. I've seen it firsthand with my own pets, and I've heard countless stories from other pet owners who've seen similar results. Take, for example, a dog that's been rescued from a shelter. This dog may have been abused or neglected in the past, and as a result, it may be fearful or aggressive. But with patience, consistency, and positive reinforcement training, this dog can learn to trust its new owner and become a confident, well-behaved companion. The transformative power of positive reinforcement training is not just limited to dogs. It can be used with all sorts of animals, from cats to horses to even exotic animals. The key is to understand the individual animal's needs and motivations, and to use that knowledge to drive the training. In fact, one of my favorite success stories is about a family who adopted a fearful and aggressive dog. With the help of a professional trainer, they used positive reinforcement techniques to help the dog feel more confident and secure. It wasn't easy, and it took a lot of time and effort, but the results were incredible. The dog went from being aggressive and fearful to being a happy and well-adjusted member of the family. So, what are the key benefits of positive reinforcement training? In a nutshell, it's an effective, gentle, and compassionate approach to training that strengthens the bond between humans and animals. By focusing on rewards rather than punishment, you can teach animals to behave in a way that's both fun and respectful. If you've had any experience with positive reinforcement training, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Have you seen similar results with your own pets? What techniques have worked best for you? Share your stories and let's get the conversation started. And if you're interested in learning more about positive reinforcement training, be sure to check out my other videos for more tips and techniques.